All right, guys, in here, down in the bottom left-hand corner of Daybreak, we have our teal Protoss player from the team Alternate Attacks. It is SJOW. And his opponent here in the upper right-hand corner, winner of the last game, but still down 4-1 now, is Dignitas.SjoW.
Yep. Now, this is a map that SjoW probably would have avoided, if he had to pick maps. The reason being there is no... I guess we're going to talk about the 5-range queen. Anyway, but there's no real ramp right at the natural. So SjoW's going to need to be a little bit more diligent on making sure that SJOW doesn't get up next to his natural expansion. That's been how he's taken a lot of damage early on in this series. So definitely SjoW going to be worrying about that a little bit.
Speaking of that 5-range queen, someone on Reddit did point out that the ground attack is now blockable by PDD, by the way.
Yep, I'm disappointed. I was looking forward to super stretchy queen arms there, but oh well. Yes, I agree, SjoW. I agree, actually. Yep. Anyway, but basically, here's the thing: is with the queen attack, I've been kind of wondering with some of the things in ZVZ. I've been playing around with a little bit of stuff. Thinking, here's the thing. In ZVZ, I'm not a big fan of Banelings. It's not because I think they're bad. Obviously, they're very, very good in early game ZVZ.
Yeah.
But I just don't like using them that much. I like them in ZVT, but I'm just not a big fan of the Banelings, Zergling Wars, and ZVZ. It's not fun to play for me. So I look for any excuse I can get to not make Banelings. And with Queens with 5 range, I'm thinking maybe if I just make a few extra queens, try to wall off the front a little bit more. If maybe I can kind of handle Banelings a little bit better and just kind of go Zerglings with speed or stuff. I don't know. It's completely in the theory crafting stages in my mind. I have not tried anything yet, but that's the only thing that I'm kind of excited about with the queen ranges. Just my own laziness in ZVC, really. that's about it. I'm not going to lie. I just want to be lazy.
That's good. No, you want to emulate Nesty. Just say that.
Yeah, that's what I meant, is I want to play like Nesty.
Right, of course.
From a year ago.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe not now.
Hey, you want to say that part?
Oh, okay. Whoops. All right.
Anyway, so looks like SJOW trying to do a little damage to this SCV, but he is going to get driven away by the Marine, so Probe going to have to back out. And of course, SJOW ended up doing the exact same thing he's done the past few games, which was he got gas just in case he saw something weird, and then went for a Nexus as quick as possible and started mining gas again after that.
The end.
And that's the series, so...
That's right.
Okay.
If you ever have a story like that just kind of ends abruptly, the best way to end it is just to say, and then I found $5. Because then people are like, oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And then it's just a good ending.
And then that's still kind of an abrupt ending, though, if you think about it.
But
at
least
I found $5.
It ends on a positive note, then.
And then I bought a drink.
There you go. That works, too. I used the $5 to buy a drink.
There you go.
And it was a bar craft, so I got to watch StarCraft 2 while I drank, and it was awesome.
Best $5 ever.
That's right. The end.
Moral of the story.
And then I found $5. The Zealot is going to go out and do a little bit of pressure here, it looks like. And this is cool. It kind of keeps your opponent honest, makes them make that bunker early on. Going to be a Stalker probably catching up to him shortly here as well. So pretty normal openings for both of these players. SjoW is definitely the one that I think we're going to pay a little bit more attention to. He's going for his patented 3 barracks with the double gas as well. But SJOW, he's beaten this so many times this series. I feel like he's just figured this out. I feel like we need to see something a bit unexpected from SjoW, but he's just going to trust in his mechanics, going to play standard, try to win another game.
Yeah, well, we'll see here. He did go for that, the kind of odder variant as well, which involved second barracks, then first gas, then third barracks, then second gas. So alternating between those once again. Gets a little bit earlier gas out there, but still sets you solidly down the biopath with a little less flexibility than the Thorzane-esque 2 racks, then double gas opening. But, as we can see from SJOW, is he thinking about going Gateway Nexus?
You bet he is.
I believe he is.
Boom.
Sometime.
Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. Okay.
Headshot.
Boom. Headshot. Monster kill.
Monster kill.
Did you see they have Wolfenstein 3D as a browser game now?
I did.
That's
That is
cool, man.
one of my fondest. I loved Wolfenstein 3D when I was a kid.
Didn't?
I loved it enough. I even got it for my phone when it came out. So
I remember sliding along walls, spamming the open door button for hours in that game.
Because you had to find every secret. Like, there was no way you couldn't. So
it's like by the time my Wolfenstein guy beat the game, he had like a giant Santa Claus-sized bag filled with vases and art that he'd taken from the Nazi castles or whatever. I don't know.
Yep. I was the same way. So, but then I got frustrated because the time was always bad at the end because I decided to check every wall.
That's okay. Who cares about that?
That's one of those games though that I played enough that I had the first few levels completely memorized with all 100% levels. So,
Show's really getting supply blocked badly in a lot of these games. Look at this again. Supply blocked at 46. Had to throw down 2 supply depots there.
Yep, and decides to take the resources he would have spent on units, puts it into +1, stim pack, factory, another reactor.
Yeah,
starport as well.
Yeah, he just he just seems a little bit off today. Everything he's doing isn't quite as good as what we're maybe used to seeing from Show. So and players do have that every once in a while. We've seen it in countless tournaments. Players just kind of have an off day, and it looks like this, unfortunately, may be one of Show's. But there's still a lot of game left. One supply block isn't going to, obviously end it all, but it is a big deal at the pro level. Usually at this point, you don't really want to be getting supply blocked. You need to kind of keep up with your opponent.
Well, it is going to be 3-base, 7-gate robo. Interesting position on those bunkers there, grouping them all together. Usually you see one here, one out in front, or in the middle at least, and one off to the side. So keeping those a little bit more spread out. But Show just wants to go ahead and do that. So it is going to be an 8-gate with robo now on 3-base, so it hits a little bit slower, but Socke can still put on a ton of pressure if he wants.
Yep, he's going for multiple observers again, which is great, too. I love that he's using this robo bay just for that,
Supply block 3 supply depots. He just called down supplies, by the way. I figured I'd just add to that, yeah.
Man, Show, come on, man. Come on, pick it up, dude. You're playing a fight club. You got to bring your best.
Well,
sad. Automaton 2000 is shedding oily tears of robot sorrow.
Wow, those are very descriptive tears.
Sad. Well, what other tears would he shed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, all the
Factory just floating above, wishing he could land and
take them express
inside.
So many emotions. Another reason why they are the superior critter of choice.
I suppose they're okay. In the forge department, Socke has 2.
that is a fact.
I just wanted
those are supreme counting skills.
I wanted to kind of think of a new way that no caster has ever said before to describe that there are 2 forges going down for the Protoss players. So that's what I came up with.
I'm going to use that to describe everything from here on out. So in the Marine department,
when it comes to forges, Socke has both of them. That's right. Let me tell you about those forges.
Yeah.
And he was ready for the early drop. He had his timings right with that, but Socke just going to need to worry about an attack coming up the middle from Show. He can, of course, split off a little bit. Whenever the factory shows up, you know that Doom is coming later on, or at least some bio anyway, with some medevacs. Oh, he's actually going to get up into the natural.
That is Doom.
Distracting factory is distracting.
This is fair amount of Doom, Doom for that pylon. And Show does back out for now. Nothing will ever warp in there again.
Yep. I noticed there were little security cameras on the walls here. It's too bad you couldn't, as a Terran player, tap into those, get some vision around the map.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool.
Be horribly imbalanced.
Nope. Nope, don't think so.
Well, Socke going to try and make his way back in, but of course his upgrades are hitting a little bit later this game than they were in games past, so sitting on 1-1 now. He's got a big drop coming into the main, though.
Yeah, and you know what? Socke's a little bit out of position for this. He could take some damage from this huge drop.
Yeah, he could. It looks like he's going to go right after the photon cannon here. We'll see if he's able to focus down the Nexus. Is that going to be his priority? Is he going to go after probes? Looks like it is probes for now. Does pick off a couple more units. Now going against the rest of the gateway units. And Socke doesn't get all of his zealots forward, and they're actually engaging at a really bad spot, so they go down very, very quickly. The DPS for Show still quite good with one attack upgrade there as well, and most of the zealots are going to fall.
Not a bad trade at all. He's cost Socke a lot of mining time. He's done a ton of damage to these units. In fact, he may actually still win this fight. In fact, he does.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so causing more warp-ins. 20 supply lead right now for Show. This is a pretty good start. He's also pressuring the third, causing some warp-ins to have to be used there as well.
Yeah, so this is working out really, really well. We'll see. Oh, going after the Templar Archives is so good. Socke knows it too. He's trying to bring everything back. 400, 300, 200, 100. Does he have enough? No!
Oh, I thought he was going to get it, but he didn't get it. He could have stimmed again. That might have helped, but as it is, things still looking pretty good for our Terran player. He's got his Ghost Academy on the way as well as his third base up and running. This is exactly what Show needed to have happen in this game.
Yeah, we'll see here if he's going to continue to put on some pressure, as there's only 2 photon cannons here, and that's really about it. Some warp-ins being made, but Socke's going to have to rotate those forces back very quickly.
Yeah. All right, so at this point, Socke's not quite out yet, but you know, he can't really trade unit for unit with SjoW. He needs to kind of take some decisive wins. He needs to push his opponent back, not over pursue like I feel he is right now.
Yeah.
He does have one storm, but that's not enough to warrant chasing for this far. I don't know.
And he whiffed big time on those storms as well.
Yeah,
so really no damage taken there from SjoW. The Zealots doing a bit more than that, but there's still too many bio units around. A 30 supply advantage almost now for SjoW. Continues to do damage over towards the third, but we'll see if he wants to regroup. He has put down his own third base now, mining quite well off of that as well.
Yeah, SjoW playing it smart, not getting overly aggressive, not trying to press his advantage any more than he knows he should. Does help.
And let's see here now. Up by 20 supply at the moment, and looks like he's going to make another big Doom drop. There is an observer kind of waiting for this, though, so we'll see. We'll check Zocke's vision.
There was an observer right on top of the units when they loaded up, too.
Oh, that's
so
true,
Socke should have plenty of time, and he does find this. Will he storm on top of the units? No, nice feedbacks on those medevacs.
Yeah, nice feedbacks. Unfortunately, not killing any of the medevacs, though, so they are going to be able to get away just barely. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All of the medevacs making it out of there. That Marine's just sitting there. It's like, all right, supervising the medevacs as they come on by.
Yep, he's like, they're okay.
Yep, we're good. I've done my job.
Sounds
well
good.
done. All right,
so, loading up again. He does get that observer, but I think Zocke did see it. What does he have in his base? He does still have those stalkers, so that's going to be probably okay for him. Yeah, he's going to be ready for this time around. Oh, and SjoW needs to be careful.
Uh-oh, SjoW loses one of the medevacs very quickly. Could lose the second. No, actually, the stalkers are going after units first. They do finally get that second medevac, and they're going to be able to clean up this drop ever so slowly, of course.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, is that Zocke is still very, very much in this game, and SjoW is going to continue to try to drop here, and I don't know if Zocke is expecting this one. This is a risky move for SjoW. Oh, now he should know, but this is a risky move for SjoW, because if he continues to lose medevacs and units, he's basically giving the lead right back to his Protoss opponent, and yeah, this drop is not going to do a lot of damage.
He's really going to have to get out of there pretty quickly, and unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to have that opportunity. Is he picking back up? He does! Will he lose any of the medevacs? Yes! One of them goes down full of units. Supplies are now equal between our two players. SjoW sitting on 2-2 upgrades at the moment. I believe that's what Zocke's at as well. Yeah, 2-2 going over to +3 weapons for now.
Yeah, and supply does kind of even up here. So SjoW, to a certain extent, maybe getting a little bit too aggressive with those drops. And I mean, if you're only dropping in one place over and over again, obviously it's a little bit easier for your opponent to handle that. Fourth base under attack.
Yes,
Pylon did die.
Marauder is going to town. Looks like there's an engagement in the middle here, though, as that's where most of SjoW's army was, and may force a cancel on this Nexus. SjoW shifting quite a bit up there as he continues to rally his forces across the map. Looks like this probe was intending to put down some sort of forward pylon or possibly a Nexus down here at the bottom right. Slips on by the Marine, though. Yep,
that does get canceled, it looks like. An attack from Zocke in the middle of the map, taking on SjoW, and he's a little bit weaker here. Can cut off some of these reinforcements as well, so little things like this definitely do help.
Yes, they do. Oh, wow. There are the ghosts. They do pop a couple of EMPs, but it doesn't look like it hit all that much, to be honest. So let's check these charge lots off to the side. Okay, those are the ones that he mostly hit, but now SjoW rolling through with the rest of his units, and he is going to be able to clean up these Zealots.
Yep, looks like you will get one ghost out of that, which is pretty nice, too. Zealots are pretty kind of dispensable. You don't necessarily need to keep all your Zealots alive all the time. You can't lose them too frivolously, but they are, not quite essential here. SjoW, again.
Going to start making his way through here at the third. At the same time, Zocke trying to cut off some reinforcements in the middle of the map with those charge lots. Looks like he will do so. SjoW's actually going to have to watch out for those units not really reacting in time, but at the same time, looks like he's just going to try and go after this Nexus. He does take out quite a few units. Needs to get these ghosts back a little bit, though. They are very effective against those Zealots.
Wow.
Zealots getting picked off before they're able to actually morph in, and Zocke down by 70 supply now and about to lose this Nexus.
Yeah, about to lose the game, too. I've got a feeling that was a pretty poor warp in, and GG. SjoW does take a